Oh, it's chilly. It's chilly.
We're color coordinated, but in reverse.
It's chilly in here. Welcome to my channel. I'm Genki Hagata. This is my wife, Laura. And we're writing a children's book. This is the 4th update, so hopefully you know who we are by now. But if you don't, check out the playlist and see the last 3 updates to figure out what we're doing.
Since our last update, we actually got to sit down and look at some of the plot points. And the way we did that is that we sat down next to each other, but independently came up with a list of 5 different verbs that we could then build off of. And then we compared the list together. So it was great because the verbs that Genki came up with were different than the verbs that I came up with.
Yeah, and we had some overlap, but the examples that we came up for each verb were a little bit different, so we kind of went through the list of verbs and examples that we came up with and narrowed that down and kind of cleaned up that list a little bit.
Yeah, it was really fun to see Genki's examples and the verbs that he thought of and how they were different from mine. One example is that I thought of baking in one scenario. I won't spoiler alert it. And he thought of verbs that I legitimately never would have thought of. So that was fun.
After writing everything down in Trello and going through the list digitally, Laura wrote everything out on paper and we hung it up on the wall behind us. We did this for 2 reasons. 1, because it's easier to work with when everything's out on the physical form. And 2, because when I worked in publishing, we did this for magazine and book layouts. And having everything on the wall and being able to move things from column to column or from like just rearrange the pages up on the wall is really helpful and I enjoy it a lot. And that's what we've done here. We've put all of our ideas out on paper. We've thrown them up on the wall. And then from here, we're going to go in, edit things, clean things up, add stuff, take things away. I guess that's what editing is.
Rearrange things to see what order they go best in, and I think that's what I will contribute. Genki's going to start to flesh out some of the designs, some of the graphic illustrations. We need to figure out our characters.
Yeah, so some of the things that I've been working on while Laura's doing all this is I started sketching and trying to figure out what our characters look like. Do we want to tell the story with humans, with humanoids, like robots and things, animals, cars, trucks, that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to figure that out. I've got some stuff thrown up on the wall. I've got some stuff that I've been playing around with on the iPad, and that's more for me to figure out.
Yeah, thank you guys for following along with us on this journey. I've had several people reach out to me saying that they've also thought about writing a book. Mm-hmm. So if this gets you to start doing it or actually looking into how you can go about doing it, I mean, that's really exciting for both of us, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And if our process works for you, feel free to take everything that we've done, use a Trello board, throw things up on the wall, sketch in the iPad, sketch on envelopes, and hopefully that'll work for you.
Yeah, and if you have questions, as we go through this process, when we start looking at publishing and how we go about that and illustrating and printing, whether it's digital or hard copy, you can ask us at any point in time in the comments below questions that are specific to you, or if you have questions about our process, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Yeah, as soon as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always hanging out in the comments, so please feel free to ask us anything down there, and we'll either address it in another update or get to you in the comments. Today's question is, when you're working with things, do you like to work digitally or do you like to put things down on actual paper and work analog? I think you know the answer. For me, I like to do both, but I'm curious to see what you guys say.
Do you print out papers before you read them? When you edit, do you do it on a computer?
Do you use Crayola markers like us? Hopefully today was a quick update. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to follow along if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time on Monday.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
Oh, every time.
Yes, it's going to be a thing.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Wait. Make sure you look at the camera, not the monitor. You're looking at the monitor, aren't you? Yeah, don't look at the monitor.
I'll look at the camera. I'll look at the camera.
Okay, so that's what we're doing here for this book.
Sorry, I was falling asleep.
What? You have to let me know so I don't keep rambling on.
It's fine.
So
I just have 3 big yawns.